Welcome to the Navigating and Data Entry Tips tutorial. First, let's take a look at how to navigate throughout the program. By navigating, I mean, how do I go about finding things, locating things I want to do? Normally, to navigate in DairyQuest, you will use your mouse. Let's say that you want to take a look at all the heifers that you currently have in DairyQuest. To navigate to them, you take your mouse and you click on the heifers button. And the heifers that you have entered into DairyQuest will then appear. To look at all the bulls that are in the program, you'll click on the bulls button. Now, you'll notice right now that no bulls appear. DairyQuest defaults to showing all active animals that are on your farm. You may think that if I click on bulls, I should see all my AI bulls. Well, AI bulls are not on your farm. To look at AI bulls, we need to change our animal view. Again, as part of navigation, to change that view, we click on the filter icon. From here, we can select Not Farm Owned. We click on the Enable Filter button, and now we can see all of the AI sires that we have recorded in the program. Again, navigation is all about moving around in the program. Nearly all of your navigation can be done by using the mouse. For example, again, you click on Preferences, Interface, Events, you have navigated to changing your data entry screens. Now, let's take a look at some data entry tips. Let's click on the cow head icon and click on Cows and then Events. Now you'll notice that we don't have any cows in here right now, and that's because we changed our view previously to non-farm owned cows. So we need to change our view back. Not farm owned. Let's simply click on the Disable Filter button, and now all our cows come back. Many people think that with a Windows application that it's slower to do data entry because you have to use your mouse. Well, with DairyQuest what we did, we designed the program so that you navigate using your mouse, but your data entry is done by keeping your hands on the keyboard for rapid data entry. To show you some very simple but powerful keystrokes to simplify your data entry, do the following. Take your mouse and you click in the ID search box. Let's say we're looking for cow number 27. We type in number 27, press the enter key, it goes down to cow number 27. And let's say we want to record an AI breeding on this cow. Keeping our hands on the keyboard, we press the enter key one more time, and you'll notice that it goes up to the event type field. Now, let's select AI breeding is already selected, so we don't need to select it again. Press the enter key. Let's say that the date of the AI breeding was 4/5 of 2007. To change the date, you can use the minus key on your keyboard and press it 5 times, and we go down to April 5th of 2007. Press the enter key. We'll keep the time where it is. We can select the technician by typing in the name of the technician. Ron is not in there, so we'll add it. We press enter. We can select the sire. 104 appears just by typing number 1, then 104 appears. That's the correct sire. We press enter again. And we're not going to enter a heat onset for this AI breeding. We don't need to enter comments. If you want to, you can. You press the enter key once more. It goes down to the save button. We press enter one more time. It will save the event, and you'll notice that now it goes back up to the cow ID search box, and we can type in the number of the next animal to record an event on. So by keeping those tips in mind, you can quickly record individual events on a cow. Now let's use some of our newfound navigation skills with group data entry. Let's say that you gave a vaccination to all of your dry cows. It would be rather tedious to enter in a single event for every single one of your dry cows. By recognizing navigation to filtering animals and then utilizing the power of group entry in DairyQuest, you can quickly record a vaccination on all your dry cows. To do so, let's change the view of all the current animals to only our dry cows. And we do that by clicking on the filter icon, select by status, and then select the production status of dry. We click on the enable filter button, and now listed are just dry cows. Now, to quickly record a vaccination on all of these animals, it's quite simple. To select all the animals in the list, click on the last icon, select unselect all animals. We'll select them all. And now we'll select an event type of vaccination. We put in the date that we gave the vaccination. We select the type of vaccination, whatever it was. We click on save, and at this point, DairyQuest is recording a vaccination event on every one of the dry cows. In this case, it's 163 of them. And it's completed. So we'll click on number 9, and you'll see there's the vaccination. Very simple. Let's do another example of group data entry and our newfound navigation skills. Let's say that we had a number of fresh cows that recently freshened, and we want to quickly assign them to a different string pen in DairyQuest. To do this, let's click on the filter icon and select, first of all, unselect by status, and let's simply select by event. It defaults to a fresh event, and let's find cows who just freshened within the last few days. We click on the enable filter button, and we have 22 cows that recently freshened. Now, let's say that we didn't want to move all of these cows into this particular string pen. So, to randomly select cows in the list, hold down the CTRL key on your keyboard and click on the cows who you want to move into a different string pen. If you make a mistake and you want to unselect an animal, keep your finger down on the CTRL key and click on the cow that you do not want to include in the group entry. So let's click on cow number 1450, and you'll see that she now is unselected. Another way to multiply select animals in the list is to hold down the Shift key along with using your mouse. So let's click on cow number 194, hold down the Shift key, and then click on cow number 1436. You'll notice that it then selects all the cows in between. Now let's hold down the CTRL key and unselect the cows that we do not want to include in this group entry. Now simply select the event kind of Move to String Pen, and let's move them into a string pen with today's date and move them into pen number 1. We click on Save, and just like that, those cows, 194, 226, and so forth, have a move to pen of to string 1. There is another way to do group entry. Some people prefer this alternate method. First, let's put our animal list back to a normal view. We click on the Disable Filter button, and now all of our active cows are currently listed in the animal list. Let's record a string pen move with today's date, and we'll move cows to pen number 6. Now, instead of clicking on Save, we click on the Group Entry button and begin to type in the number of the animals that we want to include in this group entry. When we're finished, we click on the Save button, and those cows now have a move to string pen number 6. This concludes our section on how to navigate in DairyQuest along with some good basic data entry skills.